Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to cut and sew this stylish gown with a side lacing bar area and also a scallop asymmetric hemline. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. So first, here is my pattern paper and I'm going to go ahead to mark out all the basic measurements that I need. So I'll go ahead and place my tape. I'll mark my shoulder to bust line, which is 9 inches, shoulder to under bust, which is 12 inches. After that, I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder to waist line, which is 17 inches. So after I'm done marking all of this, I'll just go ahead to place my tape back again, and I'm going to go ahead to mark the same measurement. But the total length of the dress I'm working with is about 35 inches plus 1 inch because I'll be turning the scallop hemline. So you can add extra 1 inch or ½ inch. So I'll just go ahead and remark all my measurements at this point. So after marking that, I'll just go ahead and place my ruler and I'll be drawing out a straight line at those points that I have marked. So next, I'll just go ahead and label it, and after that, I'll be marking my hip point. Now to get my hip point, I'm going to place my tape and I will measure 7 inches after my waistline. So for a much taller person, you're going to be using 8 inches. And after that, I will rule a line at that point to mark as my hip. And I'll also go ahead to label it as my hip point. So now at the upper part of my pattern, I'm going to mark my shoulder divided by 2. Because this dress has a sleeve, I'll add ½ inch to it. And from that point, I'll go down by 1 inch. And after that, I'll go ahead to place my ruler. I'll connect, drawing out my shoulder slope. Next is to find my chest line or armhole. To do that is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Now I'll just place my ruler and draw out a line at that point. So now I'll just go ahead and mark what I have at the shoulder, which is my shoulder divided by 2 plus ½ and place my ruler and I'll draw out a straight line. After that point, I'll place my tape and fold it back. Then I'll go ahead to mark, come in by ½ inch. After that point, I'll go ahead to mark my bust circumference divided by 4 here, which is 33 divided by 4. I have 8.3. Now, I'll connect from that point to the ½ inch and to the upper part of my shoulder slope. And this is what I have for the armhole curve. So here for the neckline, I'll be marking 3 inches by 2 inches because the neckline is high and I'll be using that measurement. So after that, I'll just go ahead and reconnect. After I'm done reconnecting, I'll be marking that out, and after I'm done marking out the neckline of this, I'll start working on the lower part of the pattern. Now to draw my dart, I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2, but my dart will not start at the bust as usual. I'm going to start at the under bust. So for this dart, you're not going to use your exact nipple to nipple point. You're going to add ½ inch to it. Let's say my nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2, I have 3.5. After marking that, I added ½ inch to it, meaning I'm making use of 4 inches and I will connect. The reason why I did that is because we are going to slash through that middle point and we are going to be rejoining it to add the lacing to the dress. So now for the dart, instead of having a slanted dart, I'll be creating a straight dart at this point. So when we are sewing this, you're actually going to see the reason why. So after that, I'll start adding my measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 and I'll add extra 2 inches to the pattern. At the under bust, I'll mark my under bust circumference divided by 4 and add extra 2 inches to the pattern. So remember, we have a dart intake of ½ inch on both sides, making it 1 inch. So I will replace it back at that point. So now at the waistline, I will mark my waist circumference divided by 4, measure this dart intake, replace it, and add my 2 inches sewing allowance. Now going down to the hip point, I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4. And I'll go ahead to add extra 3 inches. So the reason why I'm doing this is because the dress is actually very free and I don't want it to touch my hip point. And here I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4 plus 3, but I'll go ahead and re-extend it later. So from this point now, I'll connect all my pattern going down to the waistline, and I'll connect this to the hip. So I don't want it to be too pointy. I'll use my pencil. Although I'm not too comfortable with what I have here, I'll still go ahead to readjust this. So the lower part of this dress is like an A-line flay. So to reconnect it, I'm going to be using my hip circumference divided by 4 plus extra 6 inches. So this is also how to mark your A-line flay. So after marking that at the lower part of my pattern, I'll place my ruler and I'll connect. Another way to do this is just to use 18 inches or 16 inches at the lower part of your pattern. So I'll just go ahead and readjust the hip point to avoid it from having here at that point. So after cleaning it off, I'll just go ahead and I will readjust it at that point and connect. So now I'm done cutting out the front pattern, and I'll just go ahead to use my marker to outline this, and we'll be cutting it out. But before cutting this out, we'll be working on the scallop hemline of the dress. So when I was recording, I didn't know that that part did not show. What I did was to go up by 2 inches from the hemline of my dress, and I'll draw a curve and then go back and measure 2 inches and then go ahead to reconnect it. So that part did not show carefully. So after I'm done cutting, I'll be showing you what it looks like. It's just to go ahead to create a curve at the lower part of your dress, and after this I'll just go ahead to cut this out. So at this point, if you haven't yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit at the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you have a question, also leave it at the comment section. So after cutting out, this is what my pattern looks like, and now this part will be cutting it out. So I'll just go ahead and notch it open, and I'll be cutting it. You also be cutting the back pattern. That is the place where you'll be attaching the lacing at the front part of your dress. So after this, I'll move over to cutting the back pattern of this dress. So now the next step I'll take is to go ahead to mark my zipper allowance first before we go ahead to work on the back pattern. So for the zipper allowance, I'm using 1.5 inches. Now I'll just go ahead and draw a straight line connecting all the way to the lower part of this pattern, and I'll label that part as zip. So after this, I'll go ahead and place the front pattern on the dress. So before I go ahead and trace out this, I'll just go ahead to secure it with my pin, and I'll be pinning the front pattern on the back pattern. And when I'm pinning this, I'm going to make sure that the back pattern, the front pattern starts immediately after the zipper line of this dress. So after pinning it now, I'm going to go ahead to trace out the shape that I have at the lower part and on the rest of the dress. After I'm done tracing it, while cutting out the upper part, I'll go up a bit by 1 inch at the neckline, and I'll go ahead to connect and trace out the rest of the pattern. So after tracing this, now to get rid of the bulginess at the zipper part, I'll come in by 1/2 inch. Now place my ruler, and I'm going to extend this all the way to the lower part this way, and I'm going to be also extending it up. So when you're taking it down, make sure that it touches the hip point, and then at the upper part it gets to the bust area, and I'm just going to go ahead to cut this off. After I'm done cutting off this part, I'm going to take note of that cut that I have at the center, and also the waist and under bust line. And after I'm done doing that, I'll just go ahead to unpin my pattern. and at those points that I made a mark, I'll go ahead to draw out a straight line at that point and then reconnect that line that I have there, and from that line I'll mark ½ inch on both sides to indicate that after I'm done connecting this, just like we have at the front pattern, I will go ahead and mark, and then I will be opening it up also, because on your back pattern you're going to be cutting that part open. So after I'm done cutting that part open this way, what I'm going to do now is to cut out my sleeve. So you can use a freehand method to cut out this sleeve, or you can go ahead and use a slash and spread method just like I'm doing in this video. So now I marked ½ inch first, which will be serving as my starting line. So from there, what you mark is your sleeve cap height, and to get that is your bust circumference divided by 12 plus 0.5 inches. Mine is 3.25, but I like approximating to 3.5. So I'll just go ahead to connect, and after that I'll go ahead to make sure I have a straight line, and then I'll mark my armhole circumference divided by 2. My armhole circumference is 16, divided by 2 I have 8. From that point I'll connect this all the way to the upper part, and from that line I marked, I'm going to be dividing here by 2, or I'll divide it into 2 equal parts by folding my tape, and I'll mark. So after marking that, I will divide here into 2 again, mark, come up by ½ inch. So after doing that, I'll also mark here, fold, and I'll at that midpoint I'll come down by ½ inch. So I'll just go ahead to connect from the lower part to the ½ inch at the lower part, then reconnect it to the center, and from there I'll place my curve drew and I'll connect. So you can also go ahead and mark this sleeve without using this method. You just use a freehand sketch method, which is faster. That is, you can just cut about 30 inches of length of sleeve, and you just go ahead to create a curve at the end. So after I'm done doing this, I'll go ahead add ½ inch at the upper part, which will serve as the joining allowance, and then I'll just go ahead and I will cut this out. So after this, I'll just go ahead and use the slash and spread method also for this part of the sleeve. So I'll be cutting this, I'll be using 1.5 inches. I will go ahead to mark this to the end, and after that I'll just go ahead to draw out a straight line. Just like I said, you can use other method to achieve this, which is not the slash and spread method. You can just place your fabric and use any length of your choice, and then create a curve at the end to serve as an armhole curve. So I'll just go ahead and draw out a straight line, and I will reconnect and I will number it and cut it out. So after that, I'll just go ahead and spread this on the fabric when I'm sewing. So after this, I'm done with today's tutorial. So join us in the sewing video where we'll be making the dress. So if at this point you haven't yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave your comments or question at the comment section. Thanks.